Audible?
हाँ सर, ऑडिबल सर.
Okay, thank you. Hello, good evening. Shubha madam, can you hear me? Shubha TC. Madam, you're now ಇದು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಹೋಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Shubha madam. Hello, madam, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I can hear.
We'll start in another 2 minutes, okay?
Okay, sir. Okay.
We'll wait another 5 because only 11 I joined.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, is the slide visible?
Yes, madam, visible. 1 second.
Okay.
Okay. Very good evening to all of you. Welcome all the participants to this AROHAN series 22. Today we have first speaker, Dr. Shubha TC, Associate Professor of Mechanical Engineering, Government Engineering College, Kalkal. I shall be delivering talk on lecture on role of technology in education. To just briefly introduce Madam, she has done her BTech and MTech from VTU, BVB College of Engineering and Bapuji Institute of Technology. And she has done PhD from VTU Belagavi in the field of mechanical engineering. And she has got an experience at different academic levels as lecturer, senior lecturer, assistant professor, and associate professor. And she has got a broad research interest in computational fluid dynamics, flow and heat transfer, porous media, and so on and so forth, and including nano fluids. And she has published a good number of journals and conferences papers. And with this, actually, I just welcome Dr. Shubha TC for delivering the lecture. Madam, over to you. Yeah,
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
you can switch on your video because
Sir, there is some problem with video. Is it okay? I'm unable to do it. The camera is not working properly.
okay, you continue that.
Okay. Uh, Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Basura sir, for giving me this opportunity to speak, render a small talk on role of technology in education. I also thank our director, joint secretary, everyone for giving such an opportunity for me. Uh, why I have chosen this topic is technology is one of the major important aspects of our day-to-day life, and it has got various in all the fields. It has got its own role. In that sector, even education will also come into picture. Okay, with this brief outline of my topic, I will be moving on to my contents. I will be going through some of these related topics associated with the technology, role of technology in education, introduction, evolution of technology, as well as the impact of technology on teaching and learning, how it is having an impact. What is the role of technology in engineering education? The benefits and limitation of technology in education, the challenges what we will be facing in most of the colleges or institutes with respect to technology, and the key areas of this technology's impact on engineering education, and the future technology of future of technology in education, and the major role of faculty as a faculty members. What is our role? And I will be concluding with a brief summary of the entire section. Okay. In introduction, I would like to just go through from the past how our ancient India education system has evolved. Earlierly, it was through gurukuls, where the students used to go to their teachers, and they used to stay in forest, and it was completely residential, where they used to get the knowledge, educational knowledge, as well as moral and social knowledge through their gurus. Then later on, it moved on to the modern education system, where we used to use the blackboard and chalk, which was the earlier and most convenient way, and which is still one of the best way of communicating the things or delivering the top knowledge to the students. Then the evolution of overhead projectors came into picture, which has to some extent reduced the time required for some of the activities associated with the teaching aspects, and also it was little bit more visualized compared to the chalkboard and blackboard and chalk. The evolution of personal computers as a major breakthrough in the technology with respect to in the education system. By using various PowerPoints presentations and other visual videos, we can narrate more in detail to the students, or we can convince them in a proper way. Okay, the next slide will be talking about the evolution. What are the various steps has occurred with respect to educational technology in educational. Okay, 1990s was the period during which there was a rise of internet, and the digital technologies laid the groundwork for personalized learning. In early 2000s, the online platforms provided various opportunities for personalized education. And in 2010 onwards, the development of intelligent and learning paths. Around in mid 2010s, the rise of mobile learning and social media was the major COVID-19 pandemic, which promoted widespread adoption of remote teaching and personalized digital learning tools. And in mid of 2020s, the application of artificial intelligence and machine learning in education offered a deeper personalized learning experience. Either it may be for students or for the faculty members. Now, coming over to the technology's impact on teaching and learning, we can say that the major impact for teaching and learning lies under the four major headings: active learning, personal learning, access to resources, and global collaboration. With digital tools, educators can make learning more interactive. That is the comes under the active learning, and we can have some hands-on experience to the students, where the platforms like Moodle or even the LMS, which was one of the major part of our DT, which most of us are worked for the LMS systems. We will be knowing what is the benefit of that LMS system, which provided various ways to engage the students actively through discussions, either quizzes or some real-time feedback were given in certain cases. And this shift encouraged students to participate more and become more co-creators of knowledge rather than passive recipients. And we coming out to the second bit of this impact, that is the personalized learning. Technology enabled learning to be tailored to various individuals, that is based upon their needs. So we can say that everyone, whether he may be a graduate, undergraduate, postgraduate, or anyone, or a person who have got an experience of 10 or 25 years of experience, also still they are in learning process. Today we are coming across various learning platforms, various learning courses which will enrich our knowledge. And it is always, most of the times, it is through the softwares, that is adaptive learning softwares will be used to made to available to the students to learn in their own pace. That is one of the biggest advantage of this personalized learning. And the access to the various resources. Nowadays, the internet and the various digital platforms give students access to a wealth of resources. Either it may be articles, research papers, or some e-books, various simulation tools, even entire online course as NPTEL courses. Many of us have taken the NPTEL courses, and we encourage students to undergo various NPTEL courses. Additional to their curriculum syllabus, they can enrich their knowledge by choosing their own courses and gain knowledge. And these resources made it easier to update on the latest advancements in engineering, regardless of wherever they are located in the world. And the fourth impact of this technology is in terms of global collaboration. We can collaborate anywhere. That is, any student or any faculty can collaborate. Either it may be with peers around the world, or if they can use various platforms for exchange of ideas or knowledge, through which they can work on joint projects, and from it may be from even different universities, and gather more experience. This is regarded with the technological impact, role of impact. Coming out to the next bit of my topic, that is the role of technology in engineering education, specifically with respect to engineering educations. When it comes to engineering education, specifically, the role of technology becomes even more pronounced compared with other courses. Okay, among them, nowadays we will be using various virtual labs or simulation labs. In every engineering, in engineering, students will be benefited by using these simulations, such as MATLAB, Simulink, or AutoCAD tools, or virtual labs, which may be difficult to establish in our own institutes. And they can get then they will be allowed to use various tools to model complex systems, run experiments, and explore the various outcomes without the need of a physical lab in a particular corresponding institution, which are particularly valuable when the resources for the physical labs are limited. especially in our government engineering colleges. To some extent, we are having limited resources. In such cases, students can get benefit of these various available tools. And with respect to mechanical engineering, if as a mechanical engineer, it is CAD and 3D printing. These are used for the engineering design for softwares, which enables the design students to design various intricate shapes or prototypes, prepare a prototypes, and know the technological breakthroughs through what based upon their tests. Okay, these provides hands-on tools, offer an invaluable engineering experience that helps students understand where different concepts, understand the concepts even better compared with our regular teaching. Massive open online courses, that is the MOOCs, it is a platform through which any student or any person can gain, can get a course and get certification also in certain cases from various prestigious institutions all around the world. And they can assess specialized courses on a wide range of subjects, and even most of them are at free of cost, or at some of them are charging cost wise it is comparably less. The next one is with respect to the present existing technology, AI and machine learning. Artificial intelligence and machine learning tools can help students and educators analyze large data sheets, simulate various complex engineering systems, and solve problems in innovative ways. And this is essential in fields specifically with respect to robots, or in case of aerospace or electrical engineering aspects. Coming over to the advantages of the technology in education, I have listed few of the advantages, such as access to information. Everyone can access the various kinds of information through online resources. Either it may be in the terms of books, either it may be in terms of articles, or it may be in terms of diverse topic explorations. And second one is in terms of interactive learning. As such, as I told you already, the simulation and tools, they will make the students to be more interactive. The software will it is more interactive compared with our whiteboard or the blackboard and knowledge sharing. Personalized learning, every person can enrich his knowledge irrespective of his syllabus or curriculum. Being a mechanical student, he can also learn electronics or computer science courses irrespective of his curriculum if he is interested, and he can gain the knowledge. That is one of the biggest advantage of the present existing technology. Collaboration and communication, already I have insisted on those collaboration and communication. It is a means, that is it we can globally meet anyone among the various people who are of same interest. They can come together and they can work and communicate or discuss their problems and get the solution. And the flexibility and convenience, many online courses are available, and these online courses are of in the terms of flexibility and convenience. That is, they need not hinder any of their academic activities. Beyond their academic activities, they can enrich their knowledge based upon their time availability. They are according to their pace. And enhanced engagement, that is the multimedia sources, videos such as videos or simulations, they will enrich, give a better understanding of the concept. Say, for example, if you are using some manufacturing aspect process, if you are explaining, if you are just using some simple simulations or animations, it will be more clear for the students than what we explain. The real world problems, skills and applications, that is in the present existing 21st centuries, various digital literacy, critical thinking, problem solving, and collaboration, which are crucial for the future careers, can be integrated with the help of these real world skills and applications. that where we will be talking about augmented reality, AR and VR, virtual reality, efficiency and productivity. That is it, streamline the administrative activities, so that the grading and other resource management activities can be taken care by the technology, so that the faculties can concentrate more on or focus more on teaching and student interaction. Efficient assessment and feedback, that will also one of the best way of utilizing the technology for assessing the students activities, as well as getting feedback from the students, irrespective of impartially, that is impartially this assessment can be evaluated in terms of quiz or in terms of from project works. It can be assessed. Support for various diverse learning needs, associative technologies, which are and specialized software supports with the students with disabilities to encourage them by providing various tools and resources that enhance their learning experiences. And it is also used for preparing for future careers. More than the classroom exposure, the technology is one of the best way of exposing themselves to the future demands, what we in the present we say it as a digital demands of the workforce. um, Once again, by using various courses, online courses, or through various softwares, enhancing their knowledge through various softwares. Accessibility and inclusivity, integrating various digital textbooks or audio books, will by catering to diverse learning, cater to diverse learning needs of the students. And these technologies make educational materials adaptable to the various preferences. Innovative teaching methods, such as technology, this is one of the most important technology which enables the educators to adapt creative teaching approaches, such as the flipped classroom, blended learning, project-based methods to assess the students' skills, capability, or assessing the skills of the students. And various educational software and platform which provide teachers with such kind of tools are designed dynamically, and interactive lessons are creating a more engaging and effective learning environment for the students. Cost saving, it is also cost saving. How we say it as a cost saving is, instead of going for printing, nowadays everyone will be using a smartphone. And each and every student, irrespective of their family background, everyone will be using a smartphone. And these digital the platforms, there are n number of platforms and resources are available digitally, through which they can go for analyzing the things in a more, or gaining the things in a more better way. Well, there are certain limitations of this technology also. That is the what major limitations is in terms of digital divide. That is, uh, all people will not get the same accessibility. Some may be readily affordable. Some people may not be readily offer the courses or certain uh, tools which are required for going through these things. That is called as digital divide. For this, we can overcome by giving some, as in the previous one period, they during the COVID period, they distributed smart tabs for each and everyone. Earlier to that, they given the laptops to various students. Such kind of things will make them to reach or gain the knowledge irrespective of their remote location, or irrespective of their uh, family financial conditions. Dependency on the technology, yeah, and that is one of the major drawback of technology. Sometimes the students will be over reliant on the technology than what the teachers are going to tell in the class. They always assume that whatever is in whatever they see or learn through digital platforms, that is more correct than what teachers teach in our day-to-day class, which may be misleading to the students, and missing out certain face-to-face interactions with the students and the staff is reducing day by day. That should be overcome. And there are chances of distraction for the students. Since this technology is very vast, which is associated with array of environmental entertainment and social media, which may distract the students to be focused on a particular thing, and a lack of personalization, irrespective of whatever may be the platforms or whatever may be the source of learning. Still, some personal consideration has to be given to students to understand their lacunas or to encourage them in a particular field, which is missing in case of technological development. And teacher training, that is in terms of effective use of educational technology, requires teachers to be proficient with tools and platforms. Some of our faculty members are still using the old modern education system, blackboard and Java. Of course, that is one of the best way of transmitting or transforming the knowledge, but to some extent, to engage the students or gain the attention of the students, we are supposed to upgrade ourselves. That is another drawback. Privacy and security, the collection of student data through various platform raises concerns about the data privacy. What kind of privacy, how they are going to utilize these details of a students, whether it is secured one, or how personal information is being used or shared by the third party companies, it is of little bit questionable. Coming over to the cost, as I told you in the benefit, while technology can offer cost saving benefits in some cases, but still some initial investment is required, either for purchasing the devices or purchasing the softwares, licensed softwares, and training has to be given, which is expensive. So there some amount of cost, financial matters will also be associated with the technology, and it will also reduce the critical thinking of the students. That is, a lack of critical thinking. They will not engage. So students will be easily searching from Google or Chat GPT or getting the answers done, but they will not apply their brains for doing any kind of assignments. That is another drawback of the technology. And technology integration issues, it will be always there. Not all the educational institutes have the infrastructure to support technological integration, such as having a full Wi-Fi access or lack of certain sufficient support of staff to maintain and troubleshoot the technology will be associated with most of the institutes. And it come equity concerns. There is a wide gap between the students with the differing socio-economic backgrounds. From various backgrounds they will be coming, and most of our government engineering college students are from rural background. They are wealthier. Those wealthier families might have access as in the private institutions, but still our students will be lacking in the access of the advanced tools and online courses. With these challenges also, technology in education, when implemented thoughtfully, it can still be powerful tool to enhance learning, engagement, and accessibility. And the key lies in the balancing its benefits with the solutions to those of its limitations. Some of them are repeated in the either in the form of benefits or in terms of limitations of the technology. That is the challenges what we will be facing in the education system. As already I have told about the digital divide. The second one is the tech over, right? That is achieving the right balance between the technology and traditional teaching method is very, very essential. And the solution for to balance this one is preparing effective lessons, which requires careful balance between the technology and traditional methods. Where I should go for traditional method of teaching, where I should go for using some technical as tools for better making better understanding to the students. That has to be incorporated to that has to come to the faculty members. Incorporating face-to-face interaction and hands-on activities is essential for a well-rounded learning experiences. Technical issues, there will be certain technical issues free, that is sometimes frequently there will be some problems either in the form of power failure, or there will be some disrupt training act learning, and which may lead to the student frustration, frustrated students. And to overcome this one, we are supposed to invest in reliable technology, provide proper technical support, and offer it proper training to help users troubleshoot some common issues. Now, some of the common issues can be solved by individual, that maybe a student or an faculty members. Such kind of training has to be given to the persons who are going to use it. The content quality, that is the quality of the online education uh, can vary. That is, it may be potentially leading to some misinformations, or certain times it may divert the students from the actual route. So such kind of things can be avoided by using some reputable sources, and they should be carefully, we should keep an watch on the students who are going to use those online course sources or tools, and so that we should justify, we should be able to monitor them at every step. There are certain engagement issues, that is, many students will not find digital tools for engaging or effective for effective learning purpose, since they, as in our colleges, the digital tools are limited, that maybe in terms of PCs, or they are and internet facilities to the PCs, which will reduce the engagement issue, which will reduce the students to be diverted from the digital learning aspects. And there are costs associated with implementation is also very much high in certain cases, which may be one of the major barriers for most of the institutions. Coming over to the tools which may be used for implementing the technology in colleges, commonly used are smart boards, projectors, integrated learning system, ERP software, digital textbooks. I am very much thankful to the DTE for providing. I think almost all the colleges have got these smart boards, uh, but to some extent we are still not able to use fully utilize the smart board facilities properly. That is, still we have need some training in using those smart boards in a proper way. Projectors, which is one of the best way of representing our things in terms of PPTs or in terms of videos, or showing it to students, are making them more engaged with a particular subject. That is the another tool. Integrated learning system uh, is a set of which is a set of hardware and software systems which is used to deliver educational content and manage every aspect of educational institute. Most of these technology providers of these technologies provide some form of supervisory and assessment tools, that is, which comes under integrated learning systems, and it is seamless integration of most of the colleges or schools, and which will allow easy access through a simple app that can be installed in a mobile. Learning management system, that is one of the major things which we have already gone through during the COVID pandemic period. Most of us have involved ourselves in preparing for making the content for the LMS, and how later on it has helped to the other faculty members also, the persons who have uploaded using those things, they have also learned a lot of things. ERP softwares, which is nothing but enterprise resource planning software, will help in managing the administrative tasks of a schools or the colleges, and looking after various aspects of admissions, attendance, key fee collections. All those things will be taken by ERP software. That is little bit cost wise, it is little
Madam,
bit.
yeah, madam, I think time up, madam.
Okay, sir, I will try to wind it up. Okay.
Yeah.
Some of the key areas of technology impact on the engineering learning is in terms of enhanced learning tools for engineering concepts, the blended and hybrid learning, collaboration tools and digital communities, and personalized learning paths, access to various MOOCs courses. And the future of the technology in education lies in terms of artificial intelligence and adaptive learning, and virtual reality and augmented reality, the blockchain for credentials, and 5G connectivity. These are the major future technological development in terms of education. And what is the then what will be the role of faculty members? First and foremost thing is we are supposed to adapt our teaching methods and use various data analytics and commit to the professional development, which in turn will also develop ourselves. And we should try to promote collaboration with either it may be from the same institute or from various other institutes or universities. It should try to collaborate and carry out the various kinds of research works. And coming out to the future trends, I said that looking ahead, the potential of emerging technology, the artificial intelligence, virtual reality, or augmented reality will hold a promise in transforming how we teach learning. And as well as at the end, I would like to summarize to say that technology in education is not a trend, but a permanent shift that enhances both teaching and learning, particularly in engineering. I would like to conclude my talk at this moment. Thank you. If any questions, please.
Thank you, madam. Any questions from audience? Okay, madam, I think there are no questions for you. So thank you very much for your session.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, and we have a next speaker from outside, Mr. Nagarjun, and he's actually well known in our colleges as especially for the IP coordinators, and is actually IP analyst from IPTEL IASC. And to just introduce briefly, Mr. Nagarjun is an IP analyst and consultant presently working at Office Intellectual Property and Technology Licensing, Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. And he has worked with many profiles on managing and IP portfolios of PWDs, Extrusions, Private Limited, Coimbatore, and many manufacturers. A company supplies UPVC doors, windows, etc. And he has worked with the Product Associate of Patent Information Center, KCST, at Indian Institute of Science Campus, Bangalore. And he has got, during his tenure, KCST was coordinated and delivered lectures in many faculty development programs, workshops, biofields, innovation, entrepreneurship, and IPRs. And he has monitored the bioengineering research and demonstration centers, districts in terms of technical and administrative roles. And he was also coordinated the projects of students, project program, kitchen garden development, and other projects. And actually, a Patent Information Center and Wipro Technology Innovation Center, TSF KCST, was following all the information and education and communication activities of PIC, including IPR filings, patents, copyrights, trademarks, design, and geographical indications. So, establishment of IP cells, institutional policy making, visitor consultations, IPR queries of research, startups, and other projects and programs of the PIC. And he has done a lot of other work in this regard. And has also actually has got engineer by profession for B Mechanical Engineering, KSIT Bangalore, and MTech from Manufacturing Science and Engineering, SIT Tumkur. So it's our pleasure to have you on this occasion, sir. And I request Dr. Nagarjun to deliver a talk on patentable subject matters. Over to you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Sir, could you able to hear my voice?
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
I think a little louder. Voice is little loud. I think you need to be little louder. That's it.
Okay, little louder. Okay. So now it's okay?
Yeah.
Okay, fine, sir. I think like most of the coordinators at DT know us, okay, from the IPTEL office because of we have been in touch with a lot of IP programs recently, okay. But however, I'll just make this session very quick. And I always request the audience to kindly stop me at any point of time because rather than having a kind of teaching, I always request the audience to put a questions. Okay, this subject is nothing. You have already exposed lot of sessions with other online programs, okay, offline programs in the colleges, I believe. Okay, so today just they had I'll just brief you on what exactly the patentable subject matters are and how it's going to affect us, and how you need to look at the patentable subject matters in any of the research that you are going to take place. Okay, yeah. So obviously, like, everyone have their own kind of strategies to perform a work, okay, a task, okay, whatever it is. Okay, so in all these aspects, already you know that intellectual property is the creation of our mind, and most of the things what we are in and around us. Like, for example, if you take a simple example of your table, your study table, okay, the computer, okay, the phone, everything, most of them have intellectual property rights. Okay, so just in order to make you understand, okay, little more the concept. Okay, so I hope that already all the audience are well aware of what is intellectual property rights, what are the types. Okay, so no need to dig again and again with the same similar concepts. Let us apply a little more conceptual wise. Okay, so for example, we have a 100% efficient diesel engine here. Okay, so 100% efficient diesel engine, right? So can it be a patentable? Sir, can I have some of the audience who reply yes or no? Is it possible? Can any audience say yes or no? Is it possible? Or can I just continue as it is? Yes. Any response from the audience?
They can send messages, sir.
Yeah, they can send messages, but I couldn't able to read, madam. Could you please help me? Just yes or no answer, that's all. You can just...
Okay, I'll just
yes,
turn on their microphone.
Yeah, madam. Yes. Okay. Yes. Fine. Okay. 100% diesel engine. Can it be a patentable? Like, it's a new thing. Like, nowhere you found 100% any engines in general. Okay. But you develop a 100% diesel engine or efficient engine. Can it be a patentable matter? Yes. Yes or no? That's all. Fast, make it fast. Anything is fine. Okay. Anything is fine. I request audience to kindly put some chat. Okay, any one person is also enough, because we don't have time. We are running out of time. Okay, a quick response is highly appreciated. Yes, you got any response, madam? The first one, can it be a patentable or not?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. Perpetual motion machine, a machine which rotates on its own weight. Okay, can it be a patentable? Okay, treatment of a patient, for example, treatment of a patient. Okay, so because everyone have a kind of associated with doctors. Okay, for example, our kai guna chanagide anta heltiri, ee doctor hatra hogi vasi agutte nim kaile anta. Okay, even though like some of the doctors have did PhD, multiple PhDs, everything. Okay, but a kind of, some people we are opted where ali hodre matra namak treatment cure agadu, right? So this is kind of attachment we have in general. Okay, so treatment of a patient, can we have a monopoly over the treatment of any kind of disease or whatever it is? Okay, so maybe you can just quote your answers yes or no there. Okay, discovery of animals. Okay, maybe might you have seen in the lot of publications or publications or in the newspapers. Okay, the person who discovered any new species, there will be their name. For example, in Bangalore, a lot of roads, everything. Okay, so we keep Kuvempu Road, okay, Chalukya Circle, like that. Okay, so basically there might be some kind of historical reference to that. Okay, however, in the similar to that particular concept, if you discover something which is very new, where nobody has able to find out that particular species or animals, whatever it is, can we have a monopoly over on that? That is my question. Okay, so you can say, can it be a patentable? Yes or no? Okay, so in the similar context, okay, milk mixed with turmeric powder, okay, and which is used as antiseptic or anti-healing properties, okay, or antibiotic property, whatever it is. Okay, a normal milk which is converted into a kind of treatment, treated milk, where it solves a kind of, or it cures a kind of diseases. Okay, so can we have any monopoly over that particular thing? Jewelry, for example, in my jewelry, I think most of you say yes, because the kind of designs, okay, new variety of designs, okay, so you can able to say yes, I believe, okay. And pill cam, for example, if you see here the pill cam, so it's a kind of camera, it's a kind of tablet where especially this particular pill cam is associated with the problems of digestive system, okay. So now, for example, like like if you have any issue with generally for digestion problems, maybe colonoscopy, endoscopy, these are the treatments that generally people will take, okay. But however, those are painful because the doctors insert a kind of camera into a body, okay, some kind of pain will happen, you need to take anesthesia sometimes, okay. But however, the advancement with this pill cam is it's a painless process, okay, where you just take a pill and it take the camera, like it takes the clicks of all your body and it comes out, okay. And it's a painless process. Only pain comes when we pay the fees, because the fees is exhaust, like it's about 35,000 rupees per scan, okay, right. In the similar context, if you see, we have microorganisms there, okay, we have compositions of drugs, we have chocolates, equipments, knives are there, okay. So there are multiple combinations. And if you see a filter, we have like Kent RO, like a lot of examples you can see, or a lot of in the similar context, a lot of water companies have their own kind of filters, right, okay. And for example, here we have a dress, okay, which is very costliest dress generally, if I speak, right. So do we have any kind of IP protection for that? Maybe a kind of design or a patent or whatever it is, okay. And watches, if you see, this is the digital watches, and nowadays we are being associated with this kind of watches a lot of with respect to the kind of example. For example, if the watch says that your heartbeat is low, then that's all, okay. So the person dies there itself, because we trust this kind of equipments rather than the doctor's suggestions nowadays, because we have been converting, or we have been adopting the technology. Example, the best example is mobile, okay. We cannot live without mobile phone today, right, okay. So now, does any IPs involved in this? That is the point, okay. And then in the similar context, for example, NTH, okay. So what is NTH? Can we have any identification for that? Like, can we have any monopoly, like any patent or trademark? Can be filed anything?
Participants can unmute their mics.
Yeah.
I've given.
Yes, if you speak, it will be a good session. Okay, so otherwise it's a kind of theoretical thing that like generally I speak something, you listen something, and we forgot something. Yes. Okay, it's fine. Okay, see the bottles also, if you see, we have a lot of brands, okay, and especially we are associated with some kind of industrial designs with respect to bottles, okay. And even if you see the shape of the car, for example, this is Squid car, you know that, okay. So in the similar context, whatever may be the inventions that are there with respect to automobiles, with each company, they have industrial designs, they file industrial designs first, then only they release to the market, okay. So I mean to say that if you just go back and if you just have a look, okay, so these inventions which we see here, which we have been exposed now, it is, we are in touch with day-to-day basis, okay, and we are paying something to that particular invention, and we are enjoying the kind of function that it does, okay. But if you just go behind that particular thing, so what exactly and why, where is the cost involved, okay, what is the cost involved? For example, if you consider each and every product, it is being associated with either a person, either a company, okay, where you are paying money to the company for the particular application or the particular invention, okay. So in the similar context, okay, so most of them qualify patents, and some of them qualify for trademarks, some of them qualify for copyrights, okay. And there are some of the identification that you need to understand, the differences you need to understand, okay. Here, for example, I say 100% diesel engine, it cannot be a patentable subject matter. Even though if you own a monopoly, or if you develop 100% diesel engine, which can run 1 liter, 100 kilometers per liter, okay, the kind of patentable, it is not a monopoly kind of subject matter, because there are some laws or regulations which are being involved where we have some of the limitations to own a monopoly. For example, if you own a monopoly on the treatment of a patient, where you are only in the world who solves the kind of disease, no one else in the world, what it causes, okay. So in the similar context, like discovery of animals, okay, which is already there in the existing in the nature, you just find out, you have not invented it, okay. So in the similar context, okay, there are a lot of examples, right? But however, we need to understand thoroughly whether what kind of IP it can generate, how much revenue it can generate. Okay, so where you can match the intellectual property rights so that it can give an asset to us, and parallelly a kind of ecosystem is existed. Okay, so now we'll just deal with only patents. Okay, later you can compare my submissions with respect to the photographs what I have given you. Okay, so patent is an exclusive right which is given by the government, where you can sell, import, offer, lease to do whatever invention you want. Okay, and parallelly there are standard conditions for a patent, that it should be new, it should be novel, and it should be non-obviousness, and it should be industrially applicable. These conditions most of you already know. Okay, and patent life cycle is 20 years. You already know this, right? And this is the major conditions where if you want to get a patent, it should be new, it should be inventive step, and it should be capable of industrial applications. If any invention satisfies these three conditions, then you will get a patent out of your research or whatever it is. Okay, and novelty, generally this is the conditions. For example, if you see all the inventions which are there here is different. For example, if you see the appearance, it is completely different. Okay, but the purpose is serving a tea or coffee or water, whatever it is. Okay, so the point here, what I want to emphasize is that even though if you are coming out with a kind of application to an invention, okay, or to a process or a problem, okay, the way of implementation matters a lot, and it deviates and it creates a way for you to file an intellectual property, maybe a patent, maybe a design, or whatever it is. Okay, so this is how the novelty will be accessed in the patent office. Okay, even though it is the same invention. And inventiveness, obviously, like for example, see, all our engineers, for example, okay, only I am able to find out 100% diesel engine, where my colleagues doesn't able to came out with that particular concept. Which means to say that the person skilled in the art, even though we all are having the common degree, but I had think behind the boundary lines, where I'm able to capable of developing some kind of innovative product where the others of same qualifications or equal degree cannot able to do it. Okay, so this is generally we call it as inventive step. Okay, and obviously there are two type of process patent in the general. Okay, that is product and process patent. Okay, simple. It's simple. Even the sentence itself says, if you are owing a product, it is a product patent. If you are owing or a process, it is a product. I mean, it's a process patent. Okay, so I'll just skip this because we don't have time to deal with this. Maybe in some other occasions, maybe we can dealt with this particular concepts like important sections, everything. Okay, but however, let us, in the Patent Act, we have majorly section 3 and 4 of Indian Patent Act, where it gives what exactly the inventions are, what are patentable subject matters, and how we can able to identify whether our inventions belongs to patent or can we get a patent or not. Because why we need to study this, the patent is costless process. Okay, on an average in the market, if you see, the patent cost somewhere lies around the minimum 50 to 1 lakh or 2 lakh or even 2.5 lakh, even 10 lakh for some kind of patents based upon its application. Okay, so it all depends upon the market size, value, and the kind of research that has been involved and the kind of application the problem will solve it. Okay, so now there are A to P sections in the Indian Patent Act, especially section 3, okay, which gives patentable subject matters. Okay, an invention which is frivolous, which is anything contradictory to the well-establishing natural laws, is not patentable. For example, 100% diesel efficient engine, what I said, is not patentable under the Indian Patent Act because it is objected under section 3A, where it is generally you cannot produce 100% efficient diesel engine. No. Okay, even it has been a lot of theories have been proved. Okay, in the similar way, like perpetual motion machine, that is, it runs on its own weight, where no physical force is required, nothing you have done. It's because of its own nature of the balance that is there. Okay, hence, so this kind of inventions generally not patentable. Okay, inventions contradictory to the public order or morality, which causes serious or plant or animal life. Any inventions that you develop which causes damages to the society or environment cannot be a patentable subject matters. Okay, so a committee like a apparatus or machine which helps in thefting. Okay, a key which can open all bank lockers. Okay, suppose they are patentable in some other countries. Okay, but not in India. Okay, yeah. So section 3C, the mere discovery of scientific principle, formulation of an abstract theory, discovery of living things and non-living things, in the nature are not patentable. Okay, so according to section 3C, I had shown you microorganisms picture in my slides, earlier slides. Okay, just you need to relate that any discovery species that you have developed, it can, like, your name will be coined to that particular discoveries. Okay, but you cannot own a monopoly over that particular thing. Okay, yeah. Discovery of new form of known substances which does not result in enhanced efficacy. Okay, see, especially like you can see in the garages. Okay, lot of automobile rickshaws they can convert into convert for physical handicapped people. Okay, of course, the kind of innovation, for example, here it is novel. Okay, it is having eligible to file patent, but however, the kind of changes, mere changes happened is not novel according to the Indian Patent Act, maybe Section 3D. Okay, so it happens like this section applicable most for the chemistry related things. Okay, and mere admixtures resulting in only the aggregation of properties, where you develop a mixture or composition where it does not involve any effective synergic effect, okay, or high effect, where it gives a common composition even if you mix A, B, C, etc. also. Okay, so this is somewhere where you won't get patents for normal obvious things. Okay, even method of agriculture is not a patentable subject matter, but however, the kind of equipments that you develop to do that particular agriculture is having some kind of scope for patentable. Okay, a tiller, for example, it can be a patentable subject matter, design subject matter. Okay, but method of production of agriculture is not patentable, because if you own a method of agriculture patent, okay, if you own a monopoly, what is the condition? Like everybody has to come and get permission from you. Okay, so generally it is not I mean, there is no provision for patentable, especially in India. Okay, the mere rearrangement and duplication of known devices in a known way is not patentable. For example, umbrella, if you see here, an umbrella having a torch is not patentable. Okay, of course there are novelties there, that is umbrella with torch, but however, two are independent, there is no direct connection. But if you want to make it patentable, then for example, if you put umbrella, a solar umbrella, where it glows the light, where the solar connects the light and umbrella. So this is how something you need to change in the existing research methodologies, where you can able to develop a kind of patentable subject matters. Okay, method of treatment, obviously there is no monopoly over the method of treatment. Okay, surgical, any surgical curative methods are not patentable. And section M says that mere scheme, rule, method performing mental act are not patentable. Okay, but however, this kind of performance, song, singing a song, for example, all are comes under copyright protection. Okay, so there is no protection for your kind of especially with playing games. Okay, so music, literary works, artistic, everything comes under copyright subject matter. Section 3K, like obviously mathematical or business models are not patentable per se algorithms, especially the computer programs per se are not patentable in India. Like if you need to associate with some kind of hardware. Okay, so how you do it, what is the efficacy, okay, or what is the kind of program that it is involved. Based on that, like how you, like recently we have seen a lot of lot of inventions coming up with AI introduction, okay, blockchain, right? Okay, so cloud computing, etc. But however, like it's a little difficult to analyze the patentable subject matter in the computer programs. Okay, but however, there is a way, and the government has given some directions to evaluate the computer programs in its latest act. Okay, so based upon that, like there is a scope where the programs, like the computer related inventions, can also have patentable. Okay, the presentation in the form of information is not patentable. Okay, so because everyone have their own way of expressing things. Okay, so hence in general, according to section N of the Patent Act, no presentation is eligible to file a patent. Okay, topography of integrated circuit is not an invention, but however, this, especially the topography of integrated circuits, will have a special kind of invention, like special kind of design act, like semiconductor designs, integrated layout designs. Under this, it will be protected. Okay, so plant animals, according to section 3J, biological species are not patentable subject matters. Microorganisms especially, okay, which are not patentable. And traditional, section 3P says that traditional knowledge related inventions are not patentable. For example, in the first slide of mine, you can see it, milk mixed with turmeric powder, okay, which uses as antibiotic or something like that. Okay, so it's not patentable because that knowledge is being known to us from generations to generations. Okay, so in the similar context, like one case I would like to just emphasize, like what is the importance of patentable subject matters here. For example, see, yeah, maybe you know this case, I don't know, like just give me I'll give you the highlights of this. See, in Kerala there is a tribe called Kani tribe. Okay, so some of the agricultural universities had associated with this kind of this organization, this Carney tribe case, and they were in to find out some kind of medical herbs. Okay, so during the kind of experimentation, they found that the Carney tribe people were very young and they are not they were able to walk for hours together. Okay, but where our professors are unable to do it. Okay, so now they came to know that this kind of the Carney tribe people will have a kind of special herb where it increases the kind of energy in the particular tribe people. Okay, and now it has been made out a confidential thing. Okay, the Carney tribe is not revealing that particular thing to the public. Okay, but however, the Kerala Institute of Research and Training Development, they are able to make out with close connections, they can able to reveal the kind of herb what it is, and then they get back the herb and they do the reverse engineering. Later they found out some of the chemical compositions which makes that particular herb, and that's why the energy of persons has been increasing a lot. Okay, and this makes the Carney tribe people looks very young. Okay, so what they did later on, slowly, however, like if you able to file this particular application according to section 3p, it's a traditional knowledge, generally you won't get a patent for this, no monopoly for herbs. Okay, and this generally deals at a separate act called Plant Variety Protection Act. Okay, so but however, the professors able to make out some kind of engineering research in this, and they were able to come out with some kind of chemical composition, and that chemical composition they had filed a patent. Okay, so here the question is to whom that this patent should go, either to the Carney tribe people or to the professors of the college, like the agriculture college, for example. Okay, because the invention idea has been came out with the Carney tribe people. Okay, but the engineering, everything, the science, everything was developed and put by the Kerala, this particular institute. Okay, so this is a dilemma where, however, the Kerala has filed, the forest department along with some other, they had filed a patent. Okay, they got the patent also, and finally it comes to the National Biodiversity Authority whether to give patent for this or not. Okay, so however, some of the products that has been developed from this particular process, like Jivani, one of the herb composition, and the government has, the college associated with them, they had a patent on this, and they had worked with some kind of revenue generation model, and parallelly they had also shared some of the revenue to the Carney tribe. Okay, so this is very astonishing case, like a very reputed case where how the revenue benefit sharing has to be done. Okay, so how the kind of accreditation, okay, or the facility to be provided to the original producers of this. Okay, so this is how a small differences. Okay, so here the patentable subject matter is whether the herb composition is eligible to file a patent or not. Okay, so that is one of the major component with respect to the patentable subject matters here. Okay, so they got, and later on we got the TKDL also. Okay, this is the traditional knowledge library where if you file a patent on any kind of herbal composition or any kind of biological composition, it will be examined first here. If it is found that there is some references here, then it's very difficult to get patent. Suppose if you won't get any references in this particular websites, then probably you have a good chance of getting patent. Okay, so this is also similar to that particular concept. Okay, so and another important aspect, like section 4 of the Indian Patent Act, it says that anything which is developed with respect to atomic energy are not patentable in India. Okay, so because we don't know like what happens, like if it falls under some kind of people, then it's very difficult. Okay, like it's a kind of national threat or security threat, right? So there are other complications with respect to this. Okay, so this is the major sections in Indian Patent Act where it gives details of whether it's a patentable or not. And if you want to work out with respect to the patent, suppose if you want to create patents, okay, so the research what you are doing it, you need to identify, like you need to just go through all the sections 3 and 4 and able to make out some differences where whether your research is able to get patent or not. Okay, so otherwise what is the fun in developing a lot of research orientations where you won't get any kind of accreditation? Then it's a little difficult, I believe, right? Okay, so in this context there are some examples I would like to just brief you, like how patents can be provided. Okay, so even it is not too innovative, but however some of the patents, for example, if you see chicken eye protectors, do you believe for this particular thing? Okay, see, some of they have developed goggles for chicks. This cannot be used in India. Okay, it's very difficult. Okay, but however, So simple, match with respect to the patentable condition. Whether this is new, yes, it is inventive because nobody has thought of this doing this kind of thing, right? Okay, so yes, so obviously industrial application is there, but however you need to just figure out how you can do it. Okay, so this is one thing. And another automatic shower device, which is especially developed for physically handicapped people, where if you just sleep that, it will do automatically whatever the cleaning A to Z, everything, and then you can come back. Okay, and however, like recently we are also a lot of fond of this kind of equipment now. Maybe you can expect this kind of devices already in the market. Okay, it has been already entered into India also, I believe, because it is just I mean, the patent is granted in 2020 recently. Okay, still the patent has a lot of time like for the commercialization. Okay, so with this, this is another simple example, pet umbrella. Okay, so where they have some patent, like they have especially developed this particular thing for dog. Okay, maybe some another pet animals also you can use this. Okay, so it has some kind of potential economic benefits where you can also use, especially in the cities like Bangalore or some other tier 1 cities. Okay, so with this I conclude my talk. Okay, so I had given you just a brief bit of like what are the patentable subject matters, like section 3 and 4. Okay, so if you are coming out with some kind of research, it is better to go through this particular 2 sections, where if suppose your inventions falls under this category, then I request you to kindly re-look into it, where you can improvise so that you can bypass this particular sections, okay, according to the rules and regulations, so that you can able to get some kind of patent, so that it also gives a recognition. Okay, so with this I conclude my talk, and if at all if you have any questions, I am open to address that particular questions now. Yeah. Any questions?
Thank you, Niranjan. Nagarjun, sorry. Any question from audience? Hello? Yeah, I think there are no questions, Nagarjun. Thank you very much for your wonderful talk on introduction to this IPR patentable matter, subject matter. On behalf of our DTE and Collegiate and Higher Education Department, I wholeheartedly thank you for your valuable time spent with us. Thank you very much, Nagarjun.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, actually, we have the third speaker, Dr. Ranganath S. From Ranganath, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. One second. Just have a
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
One second. Yeah. So we'll be delivering talk on general topic on technical research paper, and is actually associate professor and head of Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Government Engineering College, Kushalnagar. Ranganath, it's over to you. You can start.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. And I welcome one and all to my presentation.
Share your screen, and if you have PPT,
Yes.
and you can switch on your video if you have.
Yes.
Please restrict yourself to 30 minutes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
So hope it is visible, sir.
Yeah, it's visible. You can
Yes.
start.
So thank you, sir, once again, and welcome to the presentation to one and all on technical research paper. It's a general topic. Hope this presentation helps undergraduate, postgraduate, and research scholars who are planning to publish their research work in conferences and journals. Technical writing style is all about putting the words in the correct position within the sentence, so that the effectiveness is very more. And whenever we start reading, we expect that the subject must be at the beginning of the sentence, and verb must be right after the subject. Writing becomes much easier when the sentences are as per the formula, like sentence is equal to verb plus subject. and it's equivalent to 2 plus 2, and it always works without fail. Here, in the formula, the subject is in the subject position and the verb is in the verb position. And the sentences are easy to understand when we start writing about someone doing something. We can also make the people as the subjects of sentences. We can then call the subject as an actor. Can put the actor in the subject position. We can make the people as the subjects of sentences in 4 different ways, including a person's name, pronoun, collective noun, imperative voice. Pronouns are something like I, me, mine, you, she, etc. Collective nouns refer to a group of people like engineers, doctors, students, athletes, teachers, and so on. Imperative voice include commands like sit, stop, stand, listen. The implied subject in each of the sentences is you. As it is a pronoun, it always follows our rule. Technical writers normally start with the directions, which always start with the imperative statements. Technical paper writing is an art. It always presents a unique challenge and opportunity for the researchers. Normally, the papers can be submitted to conferences and journals. Each is having its own format and guidelines. The focus here is mainly on conferences and journals, as the unique ideas can also be filed as patents, but I focused on the formats of conferences and journals. When the papers are submitted to conferences, they are refined and formatted for journal publication. Conference organizers sometimes they accept the extended versions of the papers that are published as proceedings for general publication. Conference papers faces face-to-face comments. They are very concise with limited headings and subheadings. Definitely they are for verbal presentations. And in most of the cases, like in IEEE and all, presentation is very important for the papers to be published in proceedings. Journal papers faces written reviews, criticisms, and debates. Headings and subheadings are, as in the research paper, with the proper explanations, and definitely they are for written documentation. And conferences are shorter duration events. Journals are written documentations, and apart from conferences and journals, we can also file our ideas as patents. International Organization of Standardization 216 A series format sizes have been mentioned here. A0 is a larger paper size that measures 84.1 by 118.9 in terms of centimeters, or 841 into 1189 millimeter. In terms of inches, it becomes 33.1 by 46.8 inches. It is the largest size in the A series of paper sizes that's defined by AS4 216. The uses of A0 include technical drawings, posters, flip charts, blueprints, advertising and marketing, banners and displays. Other A series sizes include A1. A1 is of the size of A0, measuring 59.4 by 84.1 in terms of centimeters, 594 by 841 in terms of millimeter. A2 is of the size of A1, measuring 42 by 59.4 in terms of centimeters. A3 is of the size of A2, measuring 29.7 by 42 in terms of centimeters. A4, it is 297 by 210 in terms of millimeter. A series has been extended with larger sizes than A0, such as 2A0 and 4A0. Technical papers can be submitted to a wide range of conferences and journals. Here, as it is difficult to talk about all the formats, particularly have concentrated on IEEE. In case of IEEE, the font is Times New Roman, all the content. Paper title must be 24 point, subtitle is 14, author name, it's 11, author details, including email, it is 10. Abstract heading is 9, bold and italic. Content must be 9 and bold. All the remaining content is 10. Headings must be Roman numbered, capitalized and centered, for example, introduction and methodology, etc. Subheadings must be capitalized, italics like A, B, etc. Topic name must be in small cases, italics and left aligned. Body is 10 as usual. Figure and table caption must be 8 and small cases. Figure captions must be placed at the bottom of the figure, and the location of the table caption must be at the top of the table. References, it's 8 point. All the other content must be justified. And equations must be numbered. Equations can be edited using any of the equation editors, and in some of the cases, personally, while submitting the papers to other journals, I have edited the equations using math type. Paper size must be A4. It is 210 mm by 297 mm. Margins, top it is 19 mm, bottom 43. Left and right must be 14.32 mm. Paper must be in 2 columns format, and the spaces between the columns is 4.22 mm. It's for IEEE I'm talking about. And for other important formats like Springer, the manuscript must be formatted in single column layout. Text must be double spaced, usually 12 point font, and maintain consistent margins on all the sides. And in IEEE, title and author details must be in single column and must be centered. Every word in a title must be capitalized, except for the short minor words like a, and etc. Author details must not show any professional title as, for example, managing director, academic title like, for example, doctor, or membership of any professional organization, example, senior member of IEEE. Let us talk about the sections of an IEEE paper. It starts with abstract. Abstract is a concise summary that normally presents the core objective, methodology, results, conclusions of the study. Make sure that the abstract contains proposed name, objective, and research findings.
Ranath, you are left with another 15 minutes. You have to wind up fast. Okay.
Yes. An effective abstract should provide a clear understanding of the research conducted while inciting the reader to dwell deeper into the research paper. The number of words are in between 150 to 250 words and is normally placed at the beginning of the paper. Abstract is an effective section that serves as a snapshot of the entire research endeavor, highlighting the key points such as problem statement, research method, findings, implications, and all. Creating a well-crafted abstract is very, very essential, which ensures that the research contribution is easily understood and appreciated by the audience and the scholars, industry professionals, policymakers, etc. Introduction. Make sure that the introduction contains the problem statement, contribution of the work, and this section of the research paper provides an overview of the study, its significance, scope of the research. It sets the context and lays the foundation for the reader to understand the purpose and objectives of the research. This section typically includes the background information, research questions, and hypothesis if applicable. Additionally, it outlines the structure of the paper, giving the reader an idea of what to expect in the subsequent sections. An effective introduction captivates the reader's interest, presents the research problem or gap in the literature. It should also highlight the novelty and contribution of the research to the existing body of knowledge. Related work. This section may also be included in the introduction too. We can combine introduction and literature survey. Try to include the recent past work published in the literature. For example, if the paper is submitted to IEEE conference this time, then the reviewer carefully checks if at least a minimum of 4 to 6 related articles are referred from the year 2022 to 2025. The modern era paper submission, when it is considered, we can concentrate on 3 important points: the impact of digitization, the technology on the research methodologies and dissemination of findings in the academic community. It's keeping that in mind, the tools and platforms, their role in data collection and analysis, the implications of scholarly communication. That's very, very important. Interdisciplinary collaboration. The collaboration of how interdisciplinary collaborations have shaped the landscape of research, fostering innovative approaches and addressing complex societal challenges. Open access initiatives. Again, it's very, very important. Open access is a broad international movement that seeks to grant free and open online access to academic information, such as publications and data. When it comes to research paper licenses, the most common set of options are Creative Commons licenses, where CCO means no right reserved, public domain. CC BY is for attribution. CC BY SA is for attribution share alike. CC BY NC is for attribution non-commercial. Methodology. This section should contain novelty. Carefully check if the data set informations are cited properly or well explained. Mathematical justification for the proposed method. Architectural diagram or block diagram of the proposed method. Equations can also be included. And more importantly, 3 things can be concentrated here. Data collection. Data can be collected either manually or from existing data sets. Once the data is collected, experiment can be conducted for testing the hypothesis and the variables under consideration. This step involves meticulous planning and consideration of potential compounding factors. Data analysis. Once the experiments are conducted, the collected data is rigorously analyzed using advanced statistical and computational methods. This step aims to draw meaningful insights and conclusions from the gathered information. Results and analysis. As I mentioned about data in the previous section, data for the research can be collected from multiple resources, including surveys, interviews, field observations. It ensures a comprehensive understanding of the subject matter and provides a diverse range of perspective for analysis. Each data collection method must be carefully designed. Then data analysis. We need to carefully evaluate the proposed method about how it can be compared with the existing similar approaches, and the results are presented well in the form of graphs and tables. And as far as the key findings are concerned, the analysis revealed several key findings that shed light on the research questions. The findings must be discussed in detail, including their implications and potential significance for the broader field of study. Conclusion. Conclusion contain findings of the research work and the future scope. highlight the key argument presented in the paper, does not include new information. It should restart with the main points and provide closure. And very importantly, make sure that the conclusion contains findings of the work and the future scope. It also talks about the limitations of the work being proposed and its implications, if not already addressed in the discussion section. It must offer suggestions on how the research has to be expanded or improved further. The best conclusion always includes synthesis, not just a summary. References. References are fundamental to academic and research papers. They provide credibility to the presented work. Credible sources help to support the arguments and findings, and we can include the references from peer-reviewed conference proceedings, journal articles, books, technical reports, patents, PhD theses, and reputable websites. Extensive bibliography is very, very important. It also allows readers to explore the subject further by referring to the cited works. A well-curated bibliography reflects the author's commitment to the scholarship and adds substantial value. Thorough citations serve as a foundation for the research, acknowledging the original authors and their contributions. They also enable readers to locate and verify the reference materials, ensuring transparency and reliability in the scholar disclosure. Acknowledgement. Team collaboration. Extend the heartfelt gratitude to the entire team for their hard work, dedication, collaborative spirit. Recognizing the contributions, express the sincere appreciation to all the individuals who have contributed to the success of the research work. Their commitment, creativity, and unwavering support are invaluable, and we must always celebrate our achievements, acknowledge and celebrate the hard work, passion, and determination of every team member. And some of the top conferences and journals have been listed here. IEEE conferences, some of the important IEEE conferences. IEEE is always a venue for cutting-edge research. Computer vision and pattern recognition is a very well-known conference happening across the globe. International Conference on Computer Vision, International Conference on Acoustic Speech and Signal Processing are the other ones. And as far as the Springer is concerned, Springer Nature is a leader in publishing the proceedings. ECCV, that is European Conference on Computer Vision, is one of the important conferences. And one more important point is ECCV is held on the years in which IEEE sponsored ICCV is not going to be conducted. Medical image computing and computer-assisted invention, and Conference on Computational Linguistics and Intelligent Text Processing are the other important conferences happening across the globe. And ACM, that is Association for Computing Machinery, Human Factors in Computing Systems, Knowledge Discovery and Computer and Communication Security, Web, Multimedia Research and Development in Information Retrieval, etc. As far as the journals are concerned, IEEE transactions are very familiar. The very familiar one for me, that is Pattern Analysis and Machine Intelligence, Communications, Image and Signal Processing, Software Engineering, Automatic Control, Artificial Intelligence. And as far as the journals are concerned, IEEE Access, Spectrum, Magnetic Letters, Intelligent Systems are the other ones. Springer, IJCV, International Journal on Computer Vision is a very familiar Springer journals. Minds and Machines, Grid Natural, Ubiquitous, Supercomputing are the other important ones. And ACM sponsored, similar to IEEE transactions, we do also have ACM transactions on a variety of subjects. With this, I conclude my topic, and I thank Basuraj sir and DT for giving me an opportunity to talk about the subject of today. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Rangnath, for your informative talk on how to write technical research papers. Definitely it will be helpful for all the researchers who are really interested to take up their work in this particular domain. Any questions from audience? Yeah, otherwise we have today's last distinguished speaker, Dr. Sunita M.R. Madam?
Yeah, Basraj.
Yeah. She's connected, and on behalf of all the fraternity of engineering college staff members, I welcome you for this AROHAN series 22.
Thank you.
This initiative actually started from the Higher Education Department, our Honorable Principal Secretary, who actually wanted to share the best practices among the staff members across the government engineering colleges and polytechnics. So with this initiative, actually we have today, and when I requested, you readily accepted my invitation within a short period.
Thank
And
you.
today, Dr. Sunita MR is actually delivering a talk on exploring key algorithms and tools in AI from machine learning to deep learning. And Sunita currently working as the professor and head of Department of Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning, Adesh Inchinigiri Institute of Technology, Chikmagalur. And to introduce briefly, I have her biodata with me. She's currently working as professor, as I told. She has got 24 years of teaching experience, and she has done her BA and computer engineering from KIT Tiptur, and then MTech from RVC Bangalore. And she has PhD from Computer and Information from VTU in the field of digital video processing. And she has pursued this from SIT Tumkur. And she's guiding 4 research scholars on VTU and has published number of research papers, international and international repute. And she has received Women Researcher Award from the International Scientist Awards on Engineering, Science and Medicine on 8th, 2021. And she has received Best Paper Award for a lot of papers, IEEE papers, a national conference at IIT Chikmagalur. And then she has organized many technical events, conferences, workshops, seminars, and cultural events. And she has published 2 patents. One is UK, and another one is actually with respect to this, Indian patent. And she has published a book on generative AI ChatGPT tool in July 2024. So I got actually expert member for staff selection committee, MCS, and she has shared a lot of sessions in a lot of events. And she's a reviewer of international conference and journals, and is a member of LIC committee of BTU, and served of Federal Department of Information Science and Engineering as well as CSE. And in her tenure as HOD of ISC, she got her department an NB accreditation for 3 years during 2008. She has delivered talks in various workshops and seminars. And her area of interest include image processing, artificial intelligence, IoT, and networking. And she has got a membership in various professional bodies. Madam, it's our pleasure to have you on this particular platform.
Thank you, sir.
To please deliver the talk. I
Sir.
want you.
Can you make me to so that I can share my PPT?
Yeah, you can share. The provision is given.
No, it's not given. I have 2 accounts. For one account, it is visible. For a second account, it is not.
What is the same name? Another account?
Both are in the same name, Dr. Sunita MR.
Sunita
One I have connected through
only
mobile.
one, I can see only one, madam.
You change it to another one?
Which one, another one?
Uh,
It's not actually, they're actually not connected.
I think Dr. Sunita MR. Yeah.
Yeah. ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಮಾಡಿದ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಸುನಿತಾ ಮಾಡಿದಾರೆ ನೋಡಿ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಇದೆ
Okay.
ಈಗ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ
Yeah. But it is not supporting me.
ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಹೋಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಆಗ್ತಲ್ವಾ
ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. One second.
ಮೇಡಮ್ ಮೊದಲ ಮೇಡಮ್
ಇಲ್ಲ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಒಂದ್ ನಿಮಿಷ.
ಎರಡಕ್ಕೂ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಸರ್.
ಎರಡಕ್ಕೂ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ
ಹಾ ಸರ್.
ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡಿ ಮೇಡಮ್.
ಬಟ್ ಅವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದು ತೆಗ್ದಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಬರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ.
ಈಗ ಬಂತಲ್ಲ?
ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಮೇಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಫುಲ್ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್.
Yeah. Now is it visible?
No, it's not full screen. Mostly full screen share ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ.
Yeah. I'll redo it.
Yeah. ಮಾಡಿ ತೊಂದರೆ. ಆಯ್ತಾ?
ಇಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದು ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್. It's not coming full screen. One second.
ಫುಲ್ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಮತ್ತೆ.
ಅದೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀನಿ, ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಇದು.
ಅದೇ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೀನಿ.
ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಸರಿ ಬರಲ್ಲ ಅದು.
ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಫುಲ್
ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿ, ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ.
ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ, ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇದು ಫುಲ್ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ಅದನ್ನ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿ, ನಿಮ್ ಸ್ಲೈಡ್ ನ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಂಗೆ.
ಹಂಗೆ ಮಾಡಲಾ?
ವಾಟ್ಸಪ್ ಹಾಕಿ. ಹಾಕುದ್ರಾ?
ಹಾಕ್ತಾ ಇದೀನಿ. ಹಾಕ್ದೆ.
ಒಂದ್ ನಿಮಿಷ ವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಮೊದಲ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹಾಕಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ.
ಇಲ್ಲ, ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ಅಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದ್ ನಿಮಿಷ ತಡೀರಿ. ಮೊದಲ
ಎಸ್ ಸರ್, ಪಿಪಿಟಿ ಡೌನ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ
ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡಿ. ವಾಟ್ಸಪ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನೋಡಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ. ಫುಲ್ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಮಾಡಿ.
ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ನಾನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ.
ಅದೇ ಫುಲ್ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಮಾಡಿ.
ಸರ್, ಡೌನ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ.
ನೀವು ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ?
ನಾನಾ?
ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇವರು ನಮ್ಮ
ಇಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಸರ್.
ಮಾಡಿ, ನೀವೇ ಮಾಡಿ. ಮಾಡಿ ಈಗ ಸುನೀತಾ.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Dr. Basaraju, for your generous introduction about me. I think everyone can hear my voice.
Yeah.
Gurudev. Jai Shri Gurudev. Welcome to my presentation. Thank you, Ranganath. It was a wonderful presentation. He is my MTech classmate. Today I'm going to give a presentation on, previous slide, ma'am. Today I'm going to give a presentation on exploring key algorithms and tools in AI, from machine learning to deep learning. So we are going to just discuss about what is AI, what are the different types of AI, algorithms present in AI, and tools which can be used to do projects or research on AI. Next slide. So this is the agenda what I'm going to discuss, as I said earlier. Next slide. Before going to algorithms and tools, let us just brief about what is AI. Everyone knows what is AI, from a first standard student to the old age person. Artificial intelligence is nothing but a machine simulating human intelligence, a machine acting like a human. It has a capability of thinking, learning, and giving answer like a human. That is artificial intelligence. AI is nothing but it can analyze the data, recognize the patterns, make a smart decision, and improve itself over time. That is AI. So from personalized learning to data-driven research, AI is making everywhere its impact. It may be in teaching profession, learning profession, academic profession, or fancy professions like a film industry, or maybe a business industry, or finance industry, so on. It goes on like that. Next slide, please. Okay, before going to the algorithms, these are the brief types of algorithm based on the capabilities. AI is divided into a narrow AI, general AI, and super AI. And based on a functionality, it is divided into reactive, machine, limited, memory, theory of mind, self-awareness. And based on the technology, which is the major topic which we are going to discuss today, machine learning, natural language processing, computer vision, and robotics. Now, I'll just give a brief about these things. One is based on the capabilities. Narrow AI. Narrow AI is also called as weak AI. It does a specific task like Siri, Google Assistant, or sometimes we use to play music. We use certain small lower end AIs. So those comes under narrow AI. General AI is the one the research is going on currently. It's a theoretical form of AI that can perform cognitive tasks as similar to a human can do. Still, the research is going on. Complete general AI is not yet released in the market. Next is super intelligent AI, which is the future of AI. It is a hypothetical AI that surpasses human intelligence in all aspects. It dominates the human intelligence in all aspects. So achieving is a debate among the expert, and also is it okay to develop a system which is super intelligent than a human is about a debate concept. Okay, next, based on the functionality, how it works, based on its functionality, AI is divided into four types. Reactive AI, wherein which it can respond to whatever question you have asked at the current situation with its limited knowledge. Current situation with a limited knowledge. Limited memory is nothing but the previous one doesn't contain any memory, but the limited memory AI will contain a certain part of memory which stores the information what the user is communicating with. Based on those knowledge, it is going to predict and answer to the user. Theory of mind, which is more intelligent than the previous two AIs, where it can have a thought and intentions of other agents which are connected to it, and it gives a better results than the previous two AI. Self-aware, so it is similar to like a human intelligence. It will make a decision by itself, knowing the previous knowledge whatever it has acquired, and makes a decision by itself. Is the last option in AI based on the functionality. Third one is based on the technology. So based on the technologies, this is the things which we are learning in day-to-day life. One is machine learning. That is it's also called as ML. AI learns from the data what it has and improve their performance over time without being explicitly programmed. So it will learn by itself whatever the data it has and the method it has. It try to redefine itself to get a better results. So example is predictive analytics in e-commerce. So natural language processing is nothing but NLP, which is nothing but it will understand the human language. It may be in a text form or it may be in audio form, like what I'm speaking now. It will understand these things, interpret the meaning, and works based on that. So examples are chatbots, which we are using nowadays in our day-to-day life to our needs, which we require to either maybe to produce a letter or to do some documentation. We use chatbots and language translation tools, which converts one language to another language. And computer vision, which is one of the application of AI, which is a part of AI. It is majorly used for visual information like images, video informations. Like example, facial recognition, object detection, object tracking, or understanding about the different objects in a scene, so on. Robotics, as we know, this is the era where robotics are coming into the picture. AI is in robotics to perform the task automatically, which is collaboration of mechanical, electronics, and computer science field. Example, industrial robotics or autonomous drones, which performs the automatically. It may be used for assembling the parts of the car, or it may be some other industrial production. Next slide, please. This is about types of AI. I'll just give a brief introduction about the application of AI, then I'll move to the research ideas. AI is used in almost all areas. One of the major areas is healthcare. AI can be used for many reasons. One is to diagnose the diseases, like it may be a cancer or it may be any other diseases like a heart attack. Major contribution of AI is already in disease detection and prediction. Using it may be MRI or X-rays or data information, and drug discovery. So by finding the combination of molecular and chemical items, it can detect a new medicine by having all combination and checking how this may be treated in the further disease curing. And personalized treatment, like it can be used to understand what type of problem a patient is undergoing. It may be based on the history or genetical problem, and it may suggest some information about how this problem can be treated by suggesting some information. Next is virtual health assistant, like a chatbot. There are in almost all medical hospitals, highly sophisticated hospitals, there are certain chatbots wherein which you can give your what problems you have. It will suggest you some information like what kind of disease it may be, or whom to consult, which doctor to consult, so on information. That is virtual health assistant. So these are the areas AI can be used in healthcare to help the doctors or a specialist. Next slide. AI can also be, next slide please. AI can also be used in finance. I think nowadays the generation are majorly interested in financial area, like shares or some funds or something like that. So AI can be used in financial areas, like creating an algorithm or a model which gives you which share market will give a better stock prediction or a stock value for you. And also it can be used for fraud detection, where actually the fraud websites are which are the fraudulent websites, like credit card fraud detection system, and also credit scores, or it may be used for knowing the loan applicants sibling scores. Our customer support, like it can give you the bank application help, like maybe transformation of the amount, like phone pay, Google Pay, or it can be used to know how can I apply, where can I apply for a loan, or how much it is better to apply, which is the best banking sector, so on information. AI can be used. Next slide please. AI can be used in retail and e-commerce. Whenever you go to the shopping center, you can easily find shopping websites. You can easily see that whenever you're picking an item, it will suggest certain items below the window. Like if you are planning to buy a milk, it will suggest you bread or jam or biscuits, like that. So, or if you're buying some tops or kurtas or a blazer, it'll support you to suggest with a tie or something like that. Like all those things comes under retail and e-commerce. It will help you to pick the right item in a right way. It will give you a neat way to search the better information, which will help you to buy a better option, a better items. Next slide. AI in transportation. Nowadays, all the vehicles are installed with sensors. The sensors can be used to identify the vehicle location and the traffic location and the as we know, we are whenever we are in Bangalore traveling to one place to another place, we use many applications like for routing from one place to another place, we'll use apps. So it shows which is the area which is highly traffic or which is the best area to go through based on the vehicle. If you are going on four-wheeler, it will suggest some place. If you are in a two-wheeler, it also suggests you with a narrow roads, route planning, traffic management, autonomous vehicle detection. It also as we know, we always get the RTO channel for us, like when we cross the traffic signal or when we when we are over speed, everything is identified and it is managed automatically without a police inspector, traffic inspector stopping you and giving the channel. Everything is on and it is done by using AI model. Next slide, please. AI in education, due to COVID time, we have almost all people have used like virtual classrooms, which is the best one, which we feel even now we are using it. Today also we are using a virtual communication via video call, using some Zoom or any kind of application. So it is used for giving an online tutor, it is used for sharing the information, or it is used for submitting the assignments or grading them. Everything is done using AI. So it is smart enough to analyze the information, and also sometimes it is generated in such a way that it will grade the assignment or quizzes automatically by itself based on some parameters. So this is AI in education. I have just limited few things. There are many applications of AI in education or healthcare. Next slide. AI in manufacturing. As I said earlier, AI can be used in automatic assembling of vehicles with all the parts, wherein which it reduces the human power in a huge way. So prediction maintenance AI will monitor the machine's health and prediction of failure before it is on the road. Quality control, it can be used in supply chain so that the vehicle can be moved to which place where the shortage of the vehicle is actually present. So those things, it can be maintained by AI in the manufacturing area. Next slide. AI entertainment, I hope everyone are using Netflix or YouTube or chatbot or AI. And everyone, almost all from a small kid to the old age people are using AI in entertainment field. We have gaming and deepfake technology, music and art. YouTube is the best example. Whenever we are listening to, say for example, Punit Rajkumar song, it will suggest next Punit Rajkumar song itself. When we are listening to a peppy song, it will suggest based songs. Based on the age of the person who is using it, based on his mood and what he is watching, it will automatically suggest related songs or related reels, because you people are very much familiar with reels. So I'm using the word reels. Can I explain? So that is about application. Those are not limited application. It's in a few more areas. Let me brief about the overview of AI research areas. These are the major areas. I'll give some points of research in next slides. AI can be, research area can be used in machine learning, natural language processing, computer vision, robotics, AI ethics, which is very much required now, and AI creativity. So I'll go to the next slide instead of explaining here because of shortage of time. Research idea one, explainable AI. I hope everyone could have coined this word and understood about what is this explainable AI, that is XAI. The main motivation of this AI is explainable AI is deep learning. Usually deep learning models are black box. We don't know what actually the deep learning model is working on, how it is designed, how it will work. The inside detail of the deep learning algorithms are hidden. So understanding how AI makes the decision is very crucial, especially in a high stakes fields like healthcare, finance, and law. So in order to overcome this, we can focus on developing a method to make complex AI models which are transparent and interpretable, so that the user can use your model for them, and advanced model can be generated from your contributed model. So we need to develop a model such a way that it is transparent and interpretable, so that other people can use your model. So this is the main area where you can focus. The research is going on in these kinds of areas, which I'm going to discuss. So what is the impact of it? It increases the trust on AI, which is very much important, and it is adopted in regulating industries, especially in healthcare and banking, which has a huge data set, which helps you to make it very simple so that others can use your system. So next is reinforcement learning. Reinforcement learning is nothing but it learns by itself by using trial and error method. By whatever the error or fault it has done, using that fault, it will correct itself and learns. So it is majorly used in gaming sector, where in real-time gaming, the major problem what they are going to face is dealing with the noise, uncertainty, and safety constraint. As you can see, virtual gaming, it's very difficult. There may be a major threat on safety constraint. These three things can be dealt by using a best research problem. You can develop and solve these problems. So research focus should be on safe reinforcement learning, so that the agents which are communicating will learn and be safe to the user who is playing the game. And it should be a sample efficiency. It should be simple, reducing the amount of the data, so that the training model or testing model will be very fast, efficient. So impact is nothing but it is an autonomous system in robotics, healthcare, and logistic and gaming. It optimizes the complex systems like energy grids or financial market, and it reduces the time taken for that. So next research area is nothing but federated learning. So in this area, the major problem is privacy. So privacy is the most important thing which arises when training an AI model. That problem wherein which the training AI model comes across the multiple devices, because it's a federated learning, multiple agent will be connected, where it should come across the multiple devices. Major threat comes under the privacy. These problem can be solved by using the research ideas, new research ideas. We can develop a method to reduce the communication cost, improving the privacy preservation. So impact is AI application, of course, in health, finance, and mobile devices. Next research idea 4 is AI in healthcare. There are already many AI model developed in healthcare, but still there is a major improvement in the AI in healthcare, like diagnosis and maybe medical, personalized medical and healthcare, and a personal like assistant for a patient is very much required, so that the patient is monitored regularly. Nowadays, human assistant is very difficult to find, because in the family everyone are working, so it's very difficult for anyone to be 24/7 in front of a patient. For that, we can develop a system where it helps the patient for early prediction about his like what is his health issues. Those things can be done, and it can also be used in medical imaging, like understanding diseases, major diseases like heart attack, cancer, and neurological disorders. Okay, next research idea, 5th idea is AI for climate changes. This is one more important topic, which consists of a very huge data. It should be managed by using these huge data. A climate change can be optimized in energy usage, improved. So this can be done by using a model which creates a more accurate and efficient climate models, which works and which gives results in an efficient manner with the various distributed area. And AI-driven solution for tracking and reducing the carbon emission can also be used so that the particular area like Delhi or major cities where carbon emitting is too much, it can be used, identify those areas and reduce those kind of issues. Next slide, please. Next, research idea 6 is AI and ethics. As I said earlier, ethics is a major issue where we need to concentrate on. AI has become more integrated into society. As we can see, many people are using face of some celebrities and misusing the information of either it may be celebrities or other persons. This is one of the threat what we have. So we should ensure that ethically it is correct and it is unbiased and it is fair and it is transparent and it is secured. So in order to do that, bias mitigation should be developed so that it detects and mitigates bias in AI algorithm. Fairness is nothing but making a decision fairly, especially in sensitive areas like hiring a new job position. It may be in IT industry or in our academic industry, and criminal justice. For that, it should be a fair. Accountability, creating a mechanism to hold AI system accountable for their action. It should create a record about it may be criminal action or any other action. Next. Next is the last one. Next one is creativity. Now, as we know, it will create one of the best example is like, say, for example, now I am in mid-age. I can make a image of mine in my 70s, how I may look, or how I was looking in my younger age. So this is one of the example of creativity. Or if, say, for example, there is one criminal case has occurred, and we need to identify. We need to ask the person who is who has seen the criminal taking place and who is the crime. If you want to sketch it, earlier we would call the artist who would sketch. Now it has become easy. AI model will generate a human face easily, better than and efficient than the artist. And it can create a 3D model also. So AI is increasing genetic creative content. A major focus is generative models, which are very good in creating a 3D model or music or literature. Say, for example, I can create, if say, for example, Puneet Rajkumar song, if you want to record, or his voice, if you want to record, we can use AI to replace, mimic his voice. So that is one of the example of creativity. You can create a scene or anything. Next slide, please. We have many tools in almost all areas, which helps you to design and develop a very efficient AI models. Next one, we'll see what are those with just a blink. Next slide, please. So first we'll see what are the machine learning tools. TensorFlow tools, it's open source. It supports CNN, RNN, reinforced learning, and it is majorly used for building models for image recognition, natural language processing. PyTorch, I think people have used almost all tools. PyTorch is again an open source tool, which is majorly dynamic computation for graphs, strong CPU acceleration, and rich library support. And the next one is Keras. Keras is again a high-level natural neural network API, and it has a features like easy to use, modular, extendable API. It is majorly built on deep learning models, huge deep learning models with a minimal code. The code size is very less. Scikit is one more library, a tool, which is based on the Python. Its major implementation is like classification, regression cluster, and dimensional reduction. It is majorly used for pre-processing, training model, and evaluating performance. So you can use all these models. Next is natural language processing. If you are doing a project or research on natural language processing to identify the text, to convert the text from one language to another language or something like that. So NLTK is the first tool, which is a Python-based tool, which is majorly, its major feature is tokenization, stemming, tagging, entity recognition, and so on. usually used for text classification, sentimental analysis, and language modeling. SparseSci is another one. It's an advanced NLP. It has the same features like tokenization and named entity recognition, part of speech tagging, syntactic parsing, and word vector. This is one of the major thing. It has syntactic parsing. Use case is that it is used in almost industrial strengthened NLP and extended extraction and categorization. Hugging Face Transformer is one of the best tool, which is a Python based tool. It has features like pre-trained transformation and text classification and natural language generation. It is used to build a state-of-the-art NLP system with a minimum training data. This is one of the advantage of Hugging Face. Next, for computer vision, that is image and video processing. OpenCV, this is the oldest one. It is open source library. A major feature is image manipulation, object detection, face recognition, and video analysis. Majorly used for classification, detection, real-time video processing. This is the one which I used in my PhD. TensorFlow, which is the recent one, which is used for object detection. It has pre-trained models for object detection, support for customized database, and integrity with the TensorFlow. It is used to detect objects in an image or video. YOLO, you only look once. This is the one of the hot tool which is used. It's used for real-time object detection, very fast performance detection in a single forward pass, and use case is nothing but real-time object detection in autonomous vehicles, surveillance, and robotics. Next slide. Deep learning tools. So we have major two tools, Caffe, which is a deep learning framework focused on performance and speed. Its major feature is fast training, easy model, and strong community. Used for image classification and convolution neural network. For image processing, you can use the Caffe tool. And MaxNet is one of the open source for deep learning framework. It supports symbolic and impactive programming, scalable and highly flexible. It is used for distributed deep learning training and deploying model on various platforms. So if you are going for image, you can go for Caffe, or others, you can go for MXNet. Next one. So AI developing environment, almost we need these kind of environments to develop cloud-based AI models. Google Colab is one of the tool, which is free cloud-based environment running on Python, provides access to free GPUs, real-time collaboration, and integrated with the Google Drive. So many of you could be doing a cloud-based blockchain technology. You can use this Google Colab. Building, training, and testing AI models without the need for powerful local machines. Jupyter Notebook, I think almost BE students are using this tool. It's an open source web publication tool which supports over 40 programming languages, including rich text support, visualization, and more. Use case, data analysis, machine learning, and AI experiments. It will help our students. Data processing and analysis tool, Panda, NumPy, and Dask. These are the Python libraries which we have already used in our for our students, AI, ML students, and BE students. Majorly used for data cleaning, transformation, and aggregation, Pandas, and multi-dimensional arrays and matrix, NumPy is the best one, and Dask is used for parallelized computation, like Pandas, scikit learning, enabling large scale of data processing. You can go for Dask, big data analysis. Dask is the best one. Next, AI deployment and monitoring tools, TensorFlow, Kubeflow, and MLflow. So these are the tools which supports you to monitor the higher end performance system. Easy to deploy, interference serving, support for multiple models, that is TensorFlow. And Kubeflow is used for end-to-end ML pipelining support, that is parallel processing, scaling, and multi-versions. And next is MLflow is experiment tracking, model versioning, and deployment. This is usually these are used for big data and a huge amount of data, wherein which you can go for parallel processing. Next one. AI and automation and robotics. Nowadays, robotics is a hot topic which is under processing, where it is interdisciplinary topic. A robot operating system is one of the open source. It is used for tools for hardware abstraction, communication between the devices, and task automation. It is for electronic students, mechanical students, and also for CS students. It is majorly used for robotic programming, simulation, and autonomous system development. OpenAI Gym is used for almost all areas, provides environment for AI agent to learn and test their skills. Okay, training reinforcement learning agent and testing in a simulated environment. This is one of the open hot tool. AI and cloud for platform, which I already discussed few cloud based tool. These are the other three cloud based tools which can be used for running the programs or executing the tool, executing the model on a cloud based environment. Google AI, it's scalable training data pre-processing model version and a deployment, building, training and deploying AI models at a scale in a cloud. And the second one, Amazon Sage Marker, it is an Amazon based tool which is used for fully integrating with AWS, automated model tuning, model deployment. It's for large scale machine learning and AI model. Azure AI, I think you could have heard many times these tool. Machine learning, speech recognition, and computer vision with mixture of image and speech text. Okay, building and deploying AI models with the Microsoft Azure platform, cloud platform. Next one. So these are the tools which you can go through. I'll try to share the PPT later on. So challenges, as I said, I'll stop within 2 slides. Challenges of AI is, as I said earlier, it should be biased and fair. AI model can be prepared in such a way that it is biased to present in a training data, leading to an unfair outcomes. Data privacy is very much important. AI system often requires large amount of data, raising concern about the privacy and security. Job displacement, AI can be used in such a way that it can be spread overall through the internet. Ethical issue is one more thing which we need to keep concentration on, because the data are very sensitive. It cannot be shared with other person. And law enforcement. Next is last slide, the future of AI. AI is, of course, in every day. AI can be installed in almost in all what things. AI in every day. The increasing integration of AI into smartphones, home devices, and personal assistant. AI in creating, it may be in film field, art field, music field, literature field, everything. AI in scientific research, it's playing an advancing scientific discovery, including drug development, climate change research, or automation, everything. Ethical AI, it emphasizes an AI system that are ethically transparent and privacy enforced system. Thank you. I hope it was useful. Because of shortage of time, I went very fast. Hope it is useful. Thank you, Dr. Basaraju, for giving me an time or a place where I can share my thoughts on AI, its algorithms and tools. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, Dr. Sunita.
Yeah.
Equally, we are really honored to have you on this online platform. Your talk was very much required, and it was today's latest trend is AI and other related stuff. So definitely, the class members of our government engineering colleges will be benefited by your talk. And if there are any questions, let me know. If there are any questions, couple of questions you can take.
Sir, one word.
Please.
2 words. Madam, thank you for your a very informative and wonderful talk. And Madam was my classmate, sir, in RV.
In MTech. So I and Raghunath are classmate in MTech when we are in RV college. Ours was the best batch. And Basaraju is my PU classmate. I have two classmates here.
They are schoolmates from right from primary school. Not
Yes.
we are and all three we are from same place.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Great to know that all three are here and we're trying to share this platform
Yes,
together.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Pleasure, sir. Pleasure.
Yeah, it's
Meeting
pleasure.
you
And
all.
I think Rangnath, actually, we have got a different connect altogether. And
Yeah.
everyone in the session was very much interesting. Thank you very much, Santha, once again for your wonderful
Yeah.
session. And even Dr.
Yeah.
Rangnath and all other speakers, Mr. Nagarjun and as well as Shubha Madam, for
Okay.
sharing the thoughts. And to this, actually, we are closing the session. And I wish you all the best in learning continuously in this series. So next it will be in on March 31st. So thank you very
Yeah.
much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank
madam.
you, sir. Thank you, sir.